Hello everyone, this is Pastor Dirk. The other evening I was watching one of my favorite mystery series on television, and when it came to the end of the episode, something unusual happened. Usually the screen will suggest I watch the next episode, but this time it suggested an entirely new series. Apparently, without realizing it, I had watched the last episode of that series. The series was over, and now I had to wait till someone created a new episode. But when it comes to the Bible, many people believe that the book of Revelation is the last episode, or at least it tells us about the last episode of human history. And we certainly understand that. Most traditional interpreters date it somewhere around 95, 96 AD, some 60 years after Jesus was crucified and resurrected. And if that's true, it certainly would have seemed to many people like the end of days. Jerusalem had been destroyed by the Romans, the temple was destroyed. It would have seemed like the end. But as we look at that book more deeply, we find it is also about new beginnings. How God is always creating new beginnings. God is eternal, so he's not limited by our time and our history. So as we begin in a new school year, I thought we should take another look at new beginnings. And let's look at that last words of the New Testament, those last words from the final chapter of Revelation. We'll have 7 episodes in that series. We'll start September 13th. It'll take us through the end of October. And each week we'll explore a little further that final chapter, Revelation 22. Look at those 7 last words. And I think we'll see that God is always creating new possibilities and new beginnings. And we may need to hear that. Maybe we're thinking we're hitting a last chapter. Maybe we've lost someone in our lives. Maybe a new job, a new position, a new relationship, or something has ended, and we don't know if there's going to be a new or a next episode in our lives. And I thought we can spend a little time reflecting on what God may be doing. So, like I said, we'll start on September the 13th. We'll meet at 8:30 as we usually do in our historic chapel, or we'll worship at 10 o'clock in our sanctuary. And of course, you can always catch us online at roserchurch.com. So again, this is Pastor Dirk. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you on Sunday.